All right, Alan. This form here usually freaks people out as soon as they read the first words on there. As is. Now, it's not saying your car is being sold without a warranty. It's saying the warranty that comes on it's backed by the manufacturer, not by the dealership. Does that make sense?
It does.
Awesome. So I got one signature right there from you. Thank you. Now, Alan, did Tim get a chance to go over the manufacturer's warranty with you?
Just vaguely.
Oh, okay. Well, I got it right here, and I'll make sure you understand it thoroughly, so if you have any questions or problems in the future, you'll be taken care of. Now, it's broken into two parts, okay? The first part's everything you see right here in orange. Now, this is the most important part and everybody's favorite part of a warranty on a newer vehicle. The first 3 years or 36,000 miles, the vehicle has full comprehensive or limited warranty on it. Now, what that means is everything on the vehicle that's not a wear item is covered. Now, when I say that, I mean all of the suspension, the steering, fuel system, including fuel pumps, cooling system, air conditioning and heating, which in Montana, sometimes you have to use both in the same day. Your braking. This is the biggest one right here, Alan. This is all of your electrical. Now, when I say all of your electrical, I even mean wiring harnesses and motors. This is the other big one, all of your computers and electronics. So your electronic computer modules, transmission computer modules, even the radios and touchscreens, they're all covered. Additional components as well. Now, these don't make the vehicle go necessarily, but they make it a lot more comfortable. These are things like power door locks, power windows, and things of that nature. Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah.
Awesome. After 3 years or 36,000 miles, whichever comes first, you're left with what you see here in black. Now, this is your 5-year or 100,000 mile powertrain warranty. Now, are you aware of what a powertrain warranty covers?
Not really.
Well, I'll go into a little bit of depth on it. So the manufacturer's wording is it's limited to the internally lubricated portions of the drivetrain only, being the insides, internally lubricated and metal parts of the engine, insides of that 8-speed automatic transmission you have, insides of your 4-wheel drive system, the metal parts. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes more sense.
Alan, do you have any idea why they break it into two different warranties like that?
Not really.
Well, I'll go into a little bit more depth on that. So the reason they do it is they've done time repair studies. They know for that first 3 years or 36,000 miles of the warranty that they put on it, the cost of ownership is extremely low, and they really don't have to pay out a whole lot of money to keep their vehicles on the road and their customers happy. It's no coincidence that after 3 years the cost of ownership rises, realistically, right at 5 years as well. Now, most people come in my office and say, I ask what warranty is on their vehicle and say, I have 100,000 miles. And that is, it's true, but it's not full protection. So if that first 100,000 miles, you have powertrain coverage. If you think about an engine, do they usually go a couple of years?
Yeah, usually.
Yeah, usually they go longer than a computer, right? So your engine in your car will probably last longer than your iPad, correct? Yes. So one of the best parts about purchasing a new vehicle is you can have extended warranties and extended coverage. Now let me show you what I mean, Alan. This right here shows the current coverage on your car, the first 3 years of 36,000 miles of that full comprehensive. This is the average ownership at 7 years or 100,000 miles. What does that mean to you? It means the manufacturer is only liable for about 8 to 10% of the covered repairs, leaving us, the consumer, liable for 90 to 92%. Does that seem fair to you?
No, not really.
Awesome. Well, Alan, I built the best package for you. Now, what that looks like, it covers you full comprehensive, everything you see here in orange, for 7 years or 100,000 miles. So for 7 years, 100,000 miles, you have no out-of-pocket as far as any type of repair bill that's not a common wear item. Now, with this right here, it looks like your payment only goes up $89 a month. Should I set that up for you?
No, that's okay. Thanks.
Well, Alan, do you mind if I ask why?
Well, I had it on my 95 Chevy, and I never had a problem with it, so I just think I don't need it on my new truck either.
Well, perfect. Do you remember what the engine compartment looked like of your 95 Chevy?
It kind of looked like an engine.
It did. Now, what's the engine on your new vehicle look like?
Looks more like a computer.
It does. Looks like a computer. It's covered in plastic, and you probably wouldn't even know where to start on it.
Not really.
Now, the difference between a 95 and what we have today is mostly computer components. What it does is it makes our vehicles safer, and it makes them a lot more comfortable. Now, one thing that you might recognize, do you recognize this, Alan?
Yeah, it looks just like the one in my truck.
Yeah, this is the 8.4-inch Uconnect system. Now what that means is it controls all of your media for the vehicle, of course, so it's your radio. But I don't know if you got a chance to play with it. It controls quite a bit more than that. Your climate control, your interior lights, your exterior lights, your headlights. It even even controls your heated seats and heated steering wheel.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea what a system like that would cost to replace?
I'm guessing parts are probably a couple grand.
Yeah, you're correct. I've got a repair order right here from our shop. It shows the price of 2015 Ram 1500 Uconnect 8.4 just in parts is this $2,400 you see right here.
Wow.
Now, how long do you think it'd take him to tear the dash apart and throw one of those in?
Well, I don't know. Taking it out and putting it back in, you're probably 6, 7, 8 hours.
Yeah,
like that?
8 hours of labor, and the
Wow.
going labor rate at $105 an hour is well over $800. So your total repair bill is $3,200, and that's saying they don't find anything wrong, like a wiring harness that actually shorted it out or anything like that. Now, does that make sense to you, Alan?
Yeah, when you put it that way, it sure does.
So, do you see how protecting yourself with an extended warranty like this could really pay off in the long run?
Yeah, it is a pretty fancy truck, and there's a whole lot more stuff than my last one.
Well, the great part about this is I set it up with a $0 deductible, so there's no out of pocket if you ever have a problem.
Okay,
Sign right here.
perfect.